Hello YouTube and welcome to Warrior Camping. Now today I'm just doing some southern fried chicken burgers from Tesco's. Now I'm doing one for me and one for Jess. So we're just going to do something to eat and then pack my tent up and we're heading off home. Because we have been up the boot fair today having a good hunt about, and yes, we have bought some tents and a load of stuff today because we went to the big boot fair. So Jess picked me up in the car this morning and off we went to the big boot fair. Oh, it's massive, the boot fair we went to today. It takes hours to walk round. So let's light up the one Tigris and do chicken burgers. Southern fried chicken burgers from Tesco's. Now they're nice, these burgers. I've had them before. And they're not very expensive. I think they're only about £2 for a box. They're nice and all. They're good to do in the burgers. Really tasty. So yeah, we've been at the boot fair today. Me and Jess hunting round. She didn't have to work today, so she picked me up this morning. And we went up the boat fair and had a right old mooch about, and we ended up, we have bought 2 tents. So I'm not sure what we've got. We got one that's a bit of a strange one. It's a High Peaks tent. So if you know about tents, High Peak tents are not that good quality. My friend's got one that looks like a Rubin's tent I've got. It's a proper rip-off of a Rubin's tent. So hold on, just open up the chicken burgers. Get the old chicken burgers cooking. So I put the chicken burgers on the frying pan. One Tigris is lit straight up. So let's get the chicken burgers on and get them cooking. As you can see, they're quite big, them chicken burgers. They are tasty from Tesco's. Good one to buy. Great value. So they're like, I think they're less than £2 for a box of them from Tesco's. So they're really nice. So yeah, we was up the boat out and we found a tent in a High Peaks bag that's like, yeah, only like a cheap tent, a High Peaks tent. But when I've opened the bag and started having a look through it to see what it was, because I did think it might have been like the one my friend's got, which is like a little Rubin's thing, which although it's only a cheap tent with like fiberglass poles and that, is a nice little tent, and I thought it was one of them, a High Peaks. And I know that the High Peaks, they do other tents that they've ripped off from other companies. So they sort of make copies of nice tents and do like a cheaper little version of it. So I've opened the bag to see if I could suss out what it was. And then in the bag, when looking through it, it's a green fly sheet in there that feels quite nice quality, and I found the poles. So I've looked at the poles, and they are Black's aluminium poles. So I don't know what Black's aluminium poles will do in with a High Peaks tent. So I don't know if I've bought a High Peaks tent with the wrong poles in it, and I've got a set of Black's poles, or, well, I don't really know what's going on with it. We didn't get it all out. I asked the bloke how much, and I can't remember what he said, but after a bit of haggling, I think he said a tenner. After a bit of haggling, I've ended up paying £6 for this little tent, because I said to the bloke, look, mate, I'm having a bit of a gamble here. I showed him, I said, look, it's a High Peaks tent, the bag, High Peaks. I said, but in here, the poles are Blacks. I said, so do you know if this is the right tent for this bag? He went, no, I don't know, mate. He said, I'm selling stuff for the local scouts. He said, and all this stuff gets donated to the scout group, and then we sell it at the boat fair for them. So I was like, right, well, I don't know what's going on here, mate. Maybe someone's put the wrong poles in the bag, or I don't really know, but I really don't think a High Peaks tent would have a set of Black's poles with it. Nice aluminium black poles. So I've ended up paying £6 for it. So even if I've got a High Peaks tent that's no good without its poles, I have got a really nice set of Black's poles that are worth £6 on their own. So it was worth it. £6 worth a bit of a gamble. I said, just we get it and get it out and see what it is, innit? So we might have a High Peaks tent with Black's poles. So I don't know what's going on with that one. It's in the boot of her car at the minute. Tomorrow or something, when she comes round, we'll whack it up and have a look at it. So as you can see, one tiger's gone up like a good un. Lovely. Way she goes, cooking the old lovely chicken burgers. So then, yeah, we found that tent. Then we're hunting around, and we did find some other tents. Found a Van Gogh tent. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. It had a picture of it on the front. It was one with like a tunnel tent with a big porch and that on the front. But the bloke wanted £25 for it. When I started looking through the bag and that, it looked a bit damp and a bit mouldy and all that. So we left that one behind. I did offer the bloke a tenner for it. I said, I'll give you a tenner for that, mate, because it's a bit damp and going a bit mouldy in now. And he's like, no, mate, that's a good tent. I'll get £25 for that. So we didn't buy that one. We left that one behind, because it looked a bit mouldy and it was only like a Van Gogh tunnel tenty thing. I weren't paying £25 for it. Not all mouldy in there. I don't like tents like that. If it was a tenner, I would have bought it and hopefully it had been all there and you could have cleaned it up and it might have been alright. But not £25 at the boot fair. That's too much for a tent. So then, hunting round, we've come across another little tent, which is, we've just found it. I was looking at some bloke's stall, she's wandering ahead of me, and then she come back and she went, oh, I found another little tent, nice tent, blah, blah, blah. So when we went over, it's a Pro Action tent. I went to her, oh, Jez, that's Pro Action. That won't be a good tent. That'll be like a little rubbish Pro Action tent. She went, oh, the bloke only wants a tenner for it. I've asked how much. He wants £10 for it. I went, oh, I don't really want it. And the bloke went, oh, do you want that tent, love? He went to Jez. He said, you want that tent? Tenner, you can have that tent. I'm looking through the bag, and it's like, it does look like it's all there, a little Pro Action thing. I went, no, mate, that's Pro Action tent. I said, that's not a good tent. That's like cheap as cheap budget tent. He went, oh, well, make me an offer. I went, no, I don't really want it, mate. He said, I'll take low price for it. I don't really want to take it home. I went, all right, I'll give you £3 for it. I had £3 coins in my hand. I said, I'll give you £3 for that tent because I don't really want it. And Jess just laughed. And the bloke went, go on, mate, take it. So we have bought, I didn't really want it because I don't want a Pro Action tent. But we have bought a Pro Action tent for £3. So I don't know what it's like. I did look through the bag. It did look a bit dirty and that as well. That was what was putting me off and all. It didn't look like it was spanking. It looked a bit grubby and all that. But for £3, we get a video out of it on the channel, innit? Me and Jess put it up. She was laughing. I went to her, you buy it, £3, be your first tent. She went, I don't want it. Not if you said it's a terrible little budget tent. She said, you've bought it now. So yeah, we bought 2 tents. Then we chucked them in the car. We didn't find no more other than them little pop-up things, and I don't like them. We found loads of them today. If you wanted a little pop-up tent for like a £5 or something, get yourself up the boot there. There was tons of them up there today. But we didn't find nothing else good today. We just found them 2 tents. But we did find some other stuff. I found a lantern. It's a little Coleman's. It screws on the top of a gas stove. A little lantern. I'll show that on the channel. I'll get it out and show you it. What I got. A little lantern that screws on the thing. I bought that for £5. Looks alright. Looks like it needs a new mantle in it, but it does look a nice little tiny little lamp. Looks really nice condition in a little Coleman's bag. and it screws onto the top of a gas bottle. So it's like the old Tilly light, but a little tiny one. And I like them because in the winter, the little Tilly lights, I had one before. You have them going in your tent. They sort of warm the tent up a bit as well. So they're good, them little lamps. So yeah, we bought that for $5. I bought a little cafetiere that looks really nice, little coffee cafetiere, because I broke my old one. So I've got another one of them. I think that was £2. Nice little one. It's like, it is glass, but it's like encased in copper, so it should be strong enough to like carry about in a rucksack or something. If you just wrap it up in a bit of rag or something, it should be alright. Put it in a little stuff sack, it should be alright. My other one was like that. My other one was like encased in metal, so you didn't see much of the glass, and it did last me years and years and years. And then it broke, and it was my fault it broke. It didn't get broke like carrying it in my rucksack or nothing. I knocked it off. I had it like I was using it, and I had it on a little wall, and I turned around and knocked it off, so it hit the deck and it broke. So I've sort of been looking for another little tiny one, because I didn't want a full size one, because they're no good. They're too big for like taking out camping. They're all right car camping, and I've got a big one indoors, but it'll break in 2 minutes. Take it out in your rucksack. But this little one I found today looked really good. Jess bought a couple of bits as well. She bought a little sleeping bag for like £2. Yeah, so we had a good little thing today. We found a load of stuff. So yeah, it was good. Found a load of stuff up the boot fair. 2 tents. Jess was laughing. She said, we've got 2 tents for £9. I went, yeah, I know. Good, ain't it? If they're all right, that is proper bargain camping. 2 tents for £9. You're not getting tents cheaper than that. I do love to find a tent at the boot fair. And normally, like that Pro Action one, I wouldn't have bought that. I would have left it behind, because I don't really want a Pro Action tent. But Jess was there and she said, oh, it'd be good, we'll put it up on the channel and all that, just do it. So I was like, alright then. So we bought it, £3. But really, I've found loads of tents like that. I would have left that behind, because I've got really no interest in a Pro Action tent. But we've got it now. So we'll put it up in the week and see what we got for our £3. So I'll start doing a bit like that on the channel, innit? Every time I go to the boot fair, I shall buy a little budget tent just to see what it's like. And that Pro Action tent, I'll probably pitch it up. If it's all there and it's all working and all that, I'll probably give it away to someone, because I won't really want to keep it. Not a little Pro Action tent. I've got no interest in that. So I just chopped some mushrooms up, because we're going to have chicken burgers, mushrooms, and coleslaw. Bit of cheese on them. Yeah, these will be tasty. And I was going to eat both of these myself, but because Jess come up the boot fair today, normally I'd go to the small boot fair and I'd walk back here, pack my little tent and that up, and then wander home. But as Jess has got the car, we went to the big boot fair, and then she's come back here with me. We'll do this bit of food, she eat no burger and that, and then we're going to like chuck my tent, pack it up, chuck it in her car, then we're going for a cheeky little pint down Witherspoons. Well, she won't have a pint, but I am. She'll have a couple of halves of Guinness. That's what she'll have, or one half maybe, because she's driving. So I can have a pint, because I am not driving. So I can have a nice couple of pints in Witherspoons, and then we shall go home. And then tomorrow, I'll probably do them tents, or Tuesday, put them tents up and we'll have a look at them, see what I actually bought in it. Because like one of them is a mystery tent. It's in a High Peaks bag with Black's poles. Now surely High Peaks are not using Black's poles on their tents. They might do, it could be right, but that just seems really weird. because I swear that High Peaks is like a budget Chinese company. But then in the bag, it's a really nice set of aluminium blacks poles. So even if the tent and all that is no good whatsoever, because all the poles are missing and it's an old budget tent, I'll be happy with a nice set of blacks poles, because I like the old aluminium poles and they're always good for something. Use the old aluminium poles, they're good as spares. So yeah, I was happy to buy them just for the poles really. But like the bloke said, it come from the scouts' hut, so it could have been used by the little scouts, innit, like a camping tent, and they've put the wrong poles back in the bag. So sort of I reckon I've got a High Peaks tent and blacks poles. But we'll see. When I get it out, we shall find out what I have actually got. But my lantern looks really nice. I was happy with that. £5. Looks good, the little lantern. Nice little lantern. And my coffee cafetiere. I was happy with that. So we've had a good day out the boot there. Let's get a few more twigs back in one Tigris. Keep it going. Keep the heat going on the old chicken burgers. And as you can see, they're not taking long to cook them chicken burgers. Really nice they are. If you like sort of go out, do a bit of camping, a bit of cooking and that, them chicken burgers from Tesco's, the southern fried ones, are really nice. They also do a hot and spicy one, exactly the same, but it's like a spicy hot ones. They are really nice as well. They are from Tesco's and they are really, really tasty. I like them. I get them a lot, these burgers. Southern fried chicken burgers from Tesco, because they're easy to do on this little stove. Twig stove cooks them really nice. So I've got a couple of rolls left. So this was going to be my tea tonight, but then Jessie's having half of it. So I'll have to do myself something else to eat later when I get in. I might even have something in Witherspoons. Treat myself, innit? Oh, and she's saying she won't have one. If it's my dinner, she don't want one. I'm only joking, just 'cause you can have one. I'm doing them now. One is yours, one is mine, and they will be very tasty. So I've got a nice pot of coleslaw. Let's load up the old rolls, 'cause it's nice. These chicken burgers with the coleslaw works really well. So let's load up the bottom of the buns with a ton of coleslaw. I should put loads in this because I really like the old coleslaw in these chicken burgers. The more you can whack in there, the nicer it will taste. So I shall pack these right out. Get as much as I can in there of the old coleslaw. Be very, very tasty. And I might as well use it up. It's no point taking none of it home. And I'm a bit of a fan of the old coleslaw. I had 2 pots I brought up here with me. I've eaten one and got this one left. So it's no point trying to save it and take it home. I might as well use it up. And you can never pack enough coleslaw into these rolls, because I'm a bit of a fan of the old coleslaw. I really like it. I know it's a bit weird, but I can just open a pot of coleslaw and eat it, like, just with a bit of bread or something. I quite like that. Of bread, butter, bit of cheese and coleslaw. That's a tasty old munch for me. Now I know that's a bit strange, but that's like something I'd take with me. If I was going out and weren't taking a stove and all that with me, that's an easy bunch. Bread, butter, cheese and coleslaw. Tasty. No need for any cooking. So I just chop up my tomato. Nice tomatoes these, grown by the man next door to me, gave me these. So if you're watching, thanks for the tomatoes, they are really tasty. No, he won't be watching. I don't even. He's an old boy. I don't even think he's got internet. He's not interested in nothing like computers and that. Don't even think he's got a computer or a smartphone or nothing. All he's interested in is what he can grow in his greenhouse. So I'll just load up the rolls, lay the old tomato on top of my bed of coleslaw. So yeah, they're looking good, these rolls. Well, as long as you like tomato and coleslaw, these rolls are looking good. If you can't stand coleslaw, then you have probably turned off when you saw how much I was loading into these rolls. I bet you just thought, oh no, I can't even watch that, and turned it off. But if you like the old coleslaw, then they are looking tasty. So just flip the old chicken burgers over again. They're not far off done, these chicken burgers. Now, no, I think on the packet it says these chicken burgers you should do them in the oven, but I always cook them like this and they come out fine, so it's not a problem doing them like this on the old Twig stove. That Twig stove is chucking out a ton of heat, so it'll easily cook chicken burgers, no problem whatsoever. Just put another twig in there and keep our one tigress going. Now I don't need to put a lot in this really, because I'm not far off done. All I really want to do is melt some cheese down on them chicken burgers, and then I am good to go really. They'll be cooked now. So I'll chop up some cheese on my little teeny tiny chopping board. I didn't nearly buy a chopping board today. They had a nice little wooden one sitting there, but it felt a bit heavy. Jess was like, do you want it? I'll buy it for you. I was like, no, I'm quite happy with my little teeny tiny one. I might get a little titanium one though. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Little titanium chopping board. I've looked at them on Amazon. They're only about 15 quid, something like that. I might treat myself to one. Nice little titanium chopping board. Oh wait, when I see it on special, if they have one reduced bargain price, I shall have one. Like yesterday, I bought a little, it's a coffee gadget. It's like a tube, and you put coffee in it, fill it up with water, and then push the end down. So it's like a cafetiere, but like a long plastic tube. I tried finding it on the internet, people using it and all that, but I couldn't. And it was reduced right down on Amazon. I think it was about 7 quid, 8 quid, something like that. I thought, oh, I'm having one of them. So I just bought one. So that'll be delivered in the week and we'll have a look at that. I'll put that on the channel, see what it's like. Like a long brown tube to make the old coffee, little camping thing. Looks quite good. So it was only £8, so I bought that. But I might not have bought that. If I knew I was going to find the lovely little cafetiere that I did today, I might not have bought that coffee gadget, but it's too late now. It's on its way. It'll be here in the week. So never mind, I'll have 2 types of like cafetiere coffee. But you never know, this plastic thing might be really good. I've never had one before. And it was like, I think it should have been like 20 quid. But it was on special offer, so it was like, might have been £8.99, I can't remember. And that's like delivered, innit, to your door, like this little gadget. So I think it was £8.99. So I thought, oh, I'll have one of them, see what it's like. You never know, it might be really good. There is a little video on Amazon of someone using it, and you like hold it above your cup and then like push the plunger down on the top and it shoots your coffee into the cup, like through the ground up coffee, and just puts it straight in your cup. So it did look like quite a little camping gadget, and if it's nice and light, it's only plastic, could be a good little gadget. So we'll have a look at that next week on the old channel. And I'll show you my little Coleman light and the other cafetiere that I got. I think I did buy some more stuff today. I can't think. A few bits I just like bought, pound, 50p, chucked them in my old rucksack. I can't remember exactly what I did buy today. Jess bought a few bits and all. I can't remember what she bought. She bought a couple of bits. Not camping stuff. She bought like other stuff. I bought some other stuff, but I did buy like a fair bit of camping stuff. I did nearly buy like a military mess kit. Bloke up there, he had a couple. I think one was a German one, and I'm not sure what the other one was. It might have been a Polish one or something like that. You know, like the green mess kits with the little frying pan lid, and then they got the other little pot inside. But they was a bit beaten up, and the bloke wanted 25 quid for them. Not for like a pair each. I tried getting the German one for 15 quid, but he wasn't having none of it, so I left it. Because I swear you get one for that on eBay. And I'm pretty sure I have got a German one. I know I've got a Swedish. I've got a Russian one. I've got quite a few of them mess kits up in my loft. I'll have to dig them out and put them on the old channel. Because they are good, them mess kits. I haven't used them for a little while, but I've got a little bit of a collection of them. But this one today, it did look like one that I haven't got, but I wasn't paying more than 15 quid for it. I weren't paying £25 for it. No way. I go to the old military fairs and that, and at them you see them kits for like tenner and that. That's where I've bought them from. And I just was like, ain't you going to buy that? I was like, no, no, no. I said, if that was a Swedish one, I would have had it. Because the Swedish ones are right going up in price. I've got a Swedish one with all the old-fashioned trangia, all the bits, the little stand and all that. I've got all that. But I know the prices of them are rocketing. So if it would have been like a complete Swedish one for 25 quid, I would have bought it without a doubt, because I've seen them on eBay. They make sort of 50 quids at the minute, them Swedish ones. And the stainless steel ones have gone ridiculous. They make a ton of money, them things now. When a few years ago, they weren't worth anything, them mess kits. You used to find them everywhere. But now, everyone wants that Swedish one. So I'm just chopping up my little mushroom stalks and I'll just lay them in there. And they are good, the old military mess kits. They are good for a bit of cooking. If you've got nothing and you're looking for something to cook in, if you get hold of one of them military ones when it's got the little dish inside it and you've got the pot with a handle that you can hang over the fire and all that, they do work well and they work alright. Get them little tiny fold-out stoves, innit, that you put the gel in. I've lit fires in them before, it works. Get them little stoves that are like a little square bit like a tobacco tin or something like that, and then sides flip up, and you put the old tablets in them. They work good with them military things, because of the like shape of them, they sit on there well, and they're good for warming food up and all that, them things. But the Trangia one's good. I'll dig that out another day and do some bits with that. The Trangia one, the way you put the old Trangia in it, and then it's got a little stand and your mess tin sits inside it and that, so it's like a windshield. Does work well, that Trangia one. Mine's in the loft, I'll have to dig it out, because I haven't like used it for ages, and it will be a good one to do on the channel, because it does work well, that old Trangia cooking kit. And the prices of them, people must be right into them kits, because of the money they make on eBay. People are definitely after them. You can see why they work really well. If you haven't got nothing and you get that little Trangia kit, it would do ya. And you use it, do a ton of cooking with it, do a ton of different things with it, and they're really strong. If you buy one of them kits, like I've had mine donkey's years, you won't damage them kits. You could play football with one of them and you won't damage it. They are strong as you like, them old mess kits. So they're good. And I think like the Russian one I've got, that's quite good. But you can pick that one up really cheap. Alright, it hasn't got the trangia or the windshield or nothing. It's just the mess kit. But you can still use it on a little fire and use it like do your cooking and do boiling water and do all that. You can do loads of stuff with them kits. So they are good. And that Russian one, like I said, you pick that one up dirt cheap, like a 10 or 15 quid. It's good for that, because they're not that heavy. They're aluminium. They really last. And they are good fun to use, especially if you get an old one, bit of history to it. Yeah, lovely, them old mess kits. Don't buy one of the brand new ones that's like a Chinese copy, because they are thin as you like and rubbish. If you're going to get one of them old army mess kits, get an army one. They're much better. So let's put the lids on my rolls and look at them, lovely. Tasty cutler rolls. Oh, I bet you're hungry now at home, innit? If you like chicken burgers and coleslaw, you are looking at them now and thinking, Yeah, mate, they'd look like a tasty couple of rolls. I wouldn't mind one of them. So I bet you wouldn't. So now, go on, get your twig stove out, get out in the garden, get yourself some chicken burgers. Or next time you go Tesco's, pick some of these up and do them outside on your twig stove. 'Cause they are a win-win combo. Bit of coleslaw, bit of cheese, southern fried chicken burgers from Tesco's. Happy days, they will be really tasty, and they do taste better done outside on a twig stove. So they get the thumbs up from me, because they're not a lot of money, they're easy to cook, and they are really tasty. Me and Jess are gonna really enjoy tucking into them. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe so you can join me again. I'm off now to eat my lovely chicken roll and then pack my tent up and go for a delicious beverage down the pub. So let's go. Cheeky little pint in with a spoon.